Hello there, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm kind of slotting it in between the other sets where they're retiring soon. So this is because doing a special video because of comments that I've had and people asking when's the best time to buy Lego sets, like say Black Friday and that kind of thing. So I've done a little bit of research into when the sales are and what months the price of things are different and when they're cheaper and that kind of thing. So I've done some notes and things like that. There's a bit of rambling on and kind of backwards and forwards, but if you stay to the end, I'll tell you which months the price of sets were the cheapest, and some of them you might be surprised. So again, I'm going to tell you where I'm getting the information from, because I keep getting comments saying, obviously from people who don't watch the whole video, I'm just going to go, oh, what sites are you getting this from, and all that kind of thing like that. So this is a calculation and a collation of information from Amazon, eBay, Bricklink and StockX. So the sales are from those sites only, and they're from the countries USA, UK, Europe, Denmark and Australia. So it's compiled from those only, and it's not from say Walmart, Target, Argos, John Lewis or Lego, the company itself, whether it's .com or in the store. So it doesn't apply to those that I've just mentioned there. It only applies to sales from Amazon, eBay, Bricklink and StockX. I know I keep repeating myself, but I keep getting comments asking, and it's like, if I don't see it, then you're going to get it again. Like I say, so it doesn't cover all the, like in this country, if you went to Argos or Sainsbury's or whatever it is like that. Right. So I'm just going to talk about a little bit about buying Lego. When I first started, I watched all the videos and people did all the top 10s, top 20s and that kind of thing. And I did what everybody else does. I watched those videos and I bought sets from lego.com, and I got a couple of orders and obviously paid full price, and I got gift with purchase. I got 2 gift with purchase for each order, and obviously you get your points as well. Now at the moment the gift with purchases aren't that great. There's maybe getting £25 of them if you resell them, so I don't know. Right, so my collection, as you can see on the board, I've got 542 sets and it's valued over £16,000. 95% of my collection I actually bought from a store, so a lot of my sets have got the security tag and that kind of thing on, because I actually bought them from a store. There is upsides and downsides to that, obviously, because if you buy from a website, like say for instance if you buy Argos in the UK, it's renowned for getting damaged boxes and that kind of thing. So if you go into a store, then you can see whether the box is damaged and that kind of thing. But obviously the downside is you get a security tag, or there may be damage from a spider tag. So it's things you got to consider when you're buying. Like I say, I've got rambling on the paperwork going backwards and forwards. So now what I do, basically, I'll explain what I do, is I've said before in videos and comments that I look for sets that are at least 30% off. But that only sort of piques my interest. If it's 30% or more, I'll have a look at it. But then once I've determined that it's that sort of price, you've then got to look at the other things, like the figures, whether they've got exclusive figures, the theme that it is. Obviously I've got a few friends here, but I've only got friends because I got them at such a low price. Otherwise I wouldn't have bought friends. You've got to think about how long it's been out, whether it might be remade, and also things like, is there going to be an interest in it in a couple of years time, 2 or 3 years time. Like there was the big thing about the Inquisitor scythe, that when it first came out, everybody was saying, oh, it's going to be a great investment, and since it retired, nobody's talked about it. So it just depends. I mean, obviously the figures for that should still be good, but it's just kind of sat there and done nothing, so it just kind of depends. So like I say, I look at things more than 30%. If it's not 30%, then I don't even bother with it. So that's my system, my strategy of doing that kind of thing. So I won't buy from Lego.com anymore, because like I said, when I bought, right at the beginning, I put 2 orders in with Lego.com, and those sets are still struggling to do anything. I think there's still 3 sets out of the orders that are still in the negative, in the red, so they haven't actually made a profit yet. Obviously they made a profit because you've got the gift with purchase that you've got the value of and the points, but other than that, that's about all the profit you've got. Also with my system, I never buy sets that are over a retail value of £100, purely because I don't want to buy something like the Mos Eisley Cantina or the 8080 and then post it to somebody and then they go, oh, there wasn't any figures in it, or there was missing this, so I never got it, or it was delivered to next door and then I didn't get it, and eBay is going to side with them, you're going to lose your money and that kind of thing. So if I get a set that's retailed at say £100, then say for instance I paid £50-60 for it or whatever, then that's all I'm going to lose. I'm not going to lose £700 or £500 or whatever like that, because I can't afford to lose that sort of money. I mean, that would be a big hit, you know. So I'm not going to do that. So I only go for sets that are over, under £100, and then go from there. So going by the data, I think the Black Friday thing really is only, well, online it's a bit of a gimmick, but it's only really for if you go into a store. You know, so if they've got a Black Friday deal in Walmart or Argos or whatever it is, and you actually go into the store, obviously their websites might be the same, they'll be the same price as well, but it's the same thing. If you go into the store, they've got a warehouse that they're trying to empty. They've got shelves they're trying to empty because they've got the whole new lot coming back in again in January. So they've got to make the space. Whereas obviously Amazon and that kind of thing, they've got huge warehouses. Yes, they need a space, but they, you know, I'll show you later on when I get to the figures that what I'm saying is right, basically. So these websites, they do advertise Black Friday deals, but the research that I've got, the price that it was at Black Friday months before, it was cheaper, you know. So you have to keep looking. Obviously, because my data doesn't cover Lego.com or Lego the stores, they have the May the 4th promo, so there could be some good deals on May the 4th that isn't listed in here in my information. And also just want to point out, obviously I'm not an expert, I've only been doing this for a while. There's people out there that have been doing this for 10, 15, 20 years and they're making millions of dollars or pounds or whatever it is, and some of those just keep quiet. They don't have channels, they don't do anything, they just quietly make lots of money and sell Lego all year round. So I'm not an expert, and I don't want somebody to sort of come back and go, oh, you said, you know. This is just for entertainment purposes only, and the information that I've collated is just to help you out so that it makes it a bit easier for you. Now what I've done is I've looked at the data from the sets that retired in 2024, and I've gone through all of them, all the 271 sets, and I've looked at what month they were the cheapest, that they were actually sold in that year, or you know, before or after, whichever it was. And basically I've looked up the cheapest price. Now sometimes you might get a set that is, say for instance, I don't know, $11.85 in January, it might be $11.85 in July, it might be $11.85 in August, and then September and later on. But I've just done it so the first month that it's the cheapest. I haven't put every single month, you know, January, July, August, whatever it is. I've just done all the information the very first time it's gone to the lowest price. There's quite often times where it's that lowest price but it's 3 or 4 months continuous or whatever, but I've just done it to make it so that it's the easiest way of doing it. Each set has only got 1 month that I've calculated. I hope you understand that. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to miss out November, and I'm going to tell you November the last, and then I'll do it in reverse order. So the month that has got the least amount of months where it's the cheapest in the year is December. So out of the 271 in December, there is only 10 times that December was the cheapest month for that set. Then the next one was October. There was 12 times that was the cheapest month for that set. Then it is April, where there was 21 times that a set was the cheapest month of that year. And then January, where it's 24 times. There's two, this is a joint one. May and September both have 25 times that it was the cheapest. Then we've got March with 26 times it was the cheapest. August was 27 times it was the cheapest. February was 33 times it was the cheapest. And the one that is the cheapest month of the year is June. 37 times June was the cheapest month. Quite often, like I say, when I first started, I watched videos and they said, oh, don't buy anything until Black Friday. Black Friday is going to be the cheapest. Black Friday is going to be the cheapest. So quite often I saw sets where they had a deal on, and say for instance, I don't know, it was £15 or whatever. But then after that deal finished, it went back up to 25 or something like that. And then back on Black Friday, it might have gone down to 20. So it never went down as low as the deal that was further on. So I shouldn't have listened. So that's why I'm not doing that anymore. So anyway, to get to the end of it, November, the amount of sets that was the cheapest in November was 10. So December and November are actually the worst months for online sales for those sites I've mentioned: Amazon, eBay, Bricklink and StockX, for the prices of buying sets. And the best month is June. So like I say, that's from the data from 2024. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go more in depth into it. It's going to take me a long time. I mean, this data that I compile takes hours and hours. But what I'm going to do is going to go deeper into it and then try and figure out when is the best time to get things and stuff like that. So hopefully more people will subscribe and wait for me to bring those sort of videos out. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, that's kind of my ramblings on and things like that for this video. My next video will go back to the sets that are retiring soon. I just wanted to fit this in because of the comments that I've been getting, sort of people commenting, you know, because they've been putting the cheapest months on some of the videos. They've been asking when is the cheapest month, why is it this, that, or whatever. So I just wanted to fit this in between. So please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much. Bye bye.